kitchen. We are cooking up some snacks tonight. So, get your pan out, because we're gonna be cooking up some stir fry. Today, or tonight I guess, because we're filming at night for the first time in a long time, I am gonna technically cook, but it's actually just really easy snacks that I eat that are healthy, that satisfy either a sweet or savory tooth and is healthy at the same time. Going into this, you should know I am a plant-based eater, so I'm a true vegetarian. I don't eat fish or meat, so none of the dishes will contain either of those things, but you can certainly add them wherever you feel fit. Let's get started. I'm gonna start with making the classic fruit and yogurt parfait that I make every night for my boyfriend and I for the next day for breakfast. So I figured I would just hold off on making ours for tomorrow so I can show you exactly how I make it. Taking a look into my cabinet here. This is the granola I eat, which is just Bare Naked original cinnamon granola, super delicious. My boyfriend eats this blueberry and sweet lemon granola. Tony's teeth bother him when he eats granola when it's really crunchy. So sitting in the fridge overnight gives the granola a chance to get soft and sink into the yogurt so that it's a more enjoyable experience for him to eat his morning parfait. Chobani Greek, vanilla for Tony, non-flavored, tastes like sour cream for me. But the reason I eat this one is because it is high in protein. The vanilla one has 14 grams of protein, the non-flavored one has 16, and the comparison of sugar is 14 grams in the vanilla, 4 grams in the regular. If you're big on taste, just go with the vanilla because it's not terribly different. I just like to keep my sugar lower in the morning to avoid a crash throughout the day. I eat blueberries in my parfait. Tony eats banana. And then the only mutual thing we eat are these chia seeds, which are super high in omega-3s and antioxidants and fiber. Usually when I'm making the parfait, I could be wherever, like it could be whatever time of night I'm in here doing this, and all of a sudden I'll turn around and Tony will be staring over my shoulder because he just knows that I'm making his parfait and he wants to make sure there's not too many chia seeds and the bananas are cut a certain way, and it's just, there's like hot breath over my shoulder and I can feel it. I try to make sure there's no like stems in there because I will taste that no matter what else is in the parfait. Usually the bananas go all over the place, so it's like a little waterfall. I don't want to mess up my system, you know what I'm saying? You just kind of lightly spread. There we go. Sometimes it like explodes out. It's pretty gross.
That looks good.
That, my friends, is breakfast for Thursday. This is what I picture like a sparkle would happen. It's a requirement in the morning for Tony to bring this parfait to work that there is a spoon on top of it wrapped in one paper towel.
It's a picky guy we got over here.
You know, when I say it out loud, it sounds a lot more sad than it actually is. But there has been multiple occasions where I forget the spoon, and he's like, oh, no spoon for me today. And he just like slowly walks out the door, and I'm like, you are tripping. Okay, snack number 2 is something I typically make when guests come over or when my boyfriend wants a snack and we don't want like a full heavy meal. This is something I learned from a cookbook that I slightly tweaked myself, and it's called apple cheese honey appetizer. It calls for sharp white cheddar, but I prefer this cheese, so I use that. Honeycrisp apples, I'm gonna use 2 of them because there's a couple of us eating. The third ingredient is honey, and that's all there is to it. So pretty much an idiot could make it, and that is how I got started in my cooking adventure. Now I've graduated onto sauteing vegetables of any kind with an absurd amount of olive oil and salt and pepper, and it comes out of the oven tasting real good. So that's the progress we've made so far. You get out a sharp knife, you get prepared, and these are already pre-washed, I should say that. The recipe for this calls for you to cut the whole apple in circles, so I kind of do it like this. Slice it into as flat of surfaces as I can without cutting the middle. So like for this side, I'll kind of do this. Comes out looking kind of funky. Again, the recipe, they all looked perfectly like this. but I don't like the core, so we're doing this, folks. All right, step 2 is you slice the cheese, and then you can do this part again however you want. I am not artsy when it comes to food, so what I do is make a little square, bam, drop it in the middle. Super idiot proof. You open up your honey and you do a little drizzle over it. Now my boyfriend, I'll show you on his plate what his is gonna look like. Just a little accent drizzle here. It is like sweet and a little bit savory because of the cheese, but it's also crisp and fresh because of the apple crunch, especially in the fall when you get a freshly picked apple. This is what my boyfriend's plate looks like. He likes a couple of them, sometimes in an X. He always tells me heavy on the honey. So now we will go serve it to him. I'm gonna go let him know that we're gonna walk in there. While we're here, check out my fall decor. While we're here, this is my bathroom. Welcome to my home. Here is my fall decorations that I'm very proud of, and this smells like cinnamon. Thank you. Done by Hobby Lobby. We're about to bring this in to give my boyfriend a treat. Well, he's relaxing. He got a long, busy day at work, so he's playing a little video games before bed. And sometimes I like to surprise him with little snacks, and I try to make them a little healthier, because usually if he's going in his snack cabinet, which I will show you, it's a little cray. We made you a little something, something. A little snacky poo.
Thank you very much.
You better enjoy that, you picky boy.
This is actually one of my favorite snacks, actually.
I heard.
Extra heavy on the honey. Did you just eat that in one bite?
Well, you know, when it's my favorite, you really want to get a mouthful of that taste. You know, overindulge sometimes.
Overindulged on the cheese apple honey.
I will give it an A rating. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Nice vehicle on Rocket League.
These meals are all pretty much grab and go things you can make quickly, you can make for a group, you can make just for yourself, so it's pretty versatile. And this next one is similar to caprese salad, but with a twist. I do not have fresh basil. I intended to, but I don't have it, so I'm gonna just make some modifications, but ordinarily I would add basil with it. So, our ingredients: fresh mozzarella of some kind. I do get mine from the grocery store. And then you drop it and it tastes even better. Tomatoes from the garden. Shout out to my Uncle Ed who gave us fresh tomatoes. Mini cucumbers, which are like my obsession. And then I love these rice crackers. These are like nut and rice crackers. This brand, Nut Thins, makes a ton of kinds. I love the pecan ones. It's just a subtle nutty flavor, but it's also salty and it goes perfect with anything on it. Wash your tomato first. I already did all of that. Anytime, like as a rule of thumb, I wash anything before it goes into my fridge so that I never have to think about it again. It's just the easiest when it enters here. So on grocery day, I spend like an hour washing things with my organic fruit and veggie spray. This one's a little more in depth just because I like my cucumbers a certain way. So for starters, we're gonna build the base, which again is the tomato. Surprise, it's turning out sort of circular because usually when I cut these things, they turn out horrible. Building our base. Here we go. Okay, next you take your mini cukes.
Can't see it. What is it? Oh, mini brownies.
Mini frozen brownies. As we're cutting our cukes. Okay, next, I like to de-skin these. I don't like cucumber skin, I never have. I usually keep these already cut up in my fridge so that I can just grab them and eat them with like dip or something. Next, you grab your mozzarella. Boom. This mozzarella is good. This one's like so much bigger than the rest of them.
It's fine.
And then step 4 is your cracker. You can put the cracker anywhere. I like to put it just underneath the cucumber. So we actually went in reverse order and I totally grabbed the ingredients in the wrong order, but I think like I like to stack it so I can see each component. And voila, it's super healthy. I mean, you're getting quite a few nutrients in this and it's so delicious. So let's do a Let's do a little cheers.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna fall everywhere, but it's fine. Cheers. Oh my god, is that good?
Good, dude.
Oh my god, that's so good. All right, next up is for my Taco Tuesday lovers. It's a healthy guacamole type dessert, and you can grab whatever kind of cracker or biscuit you like with it, or even regular bread. I'm going to use toasted bread with it to kind of show you how you would make it as like a meal, or again, just a light appetizer. So we're gonna start by getting the buns nice and toasty.
Let me see
then-
those heat rings.
Get a close up on them.
Oh, there they are.
Next on the agenda is we are going to mix regular Greek yogurt and avocado together. So I kind of eyeball the amount that I use. This avocado is honestly perfect. This is in perfectly ripe, which I was so badly hoping, because you know you take a risk. And again, I cut this horribly. Like this, please don't take advice from this on how I cut this, but I try to get in and around the middle nut thing in the middle. There we go, the core. So I sort of just use my hands and mash this, like mashing it up. I like to get my hands in things. I don't know, it just feels good to like put your hands in the food that you're making. Again, I just kind of eyeball this, and you start to mix it together. The Greek yogurt gives it more of a sour, creamy feeling, so you can see it's already starting to turn a little bit whiter. You want it to be this sort of seafoam green color. You also probably want to use a knife for this. I don't honestly know why I'm using a spoon, but we're just gonna roll with it because that's what's happening. I have no explanation for you as to why my shenanigans. You know what? It's 9:15 p.m. That's why there's shenanigans happening. And finally, there's one more ingredient which will either make or break the dish. Not everyone is into this spice. You will lightly sprinkle crushed red pepper on top. Sometimes I serve this on little boats of crackers, so I'll put those toasted crackers, I'll already pre-put this on there, and then I'll set it out. But you can only set it out for a little bit of time because the avocado turns brown. You got yourself a meal. There's a little bit of protein, a little bit of fat, a little bit of carb in there, and definitely a power punch flavor. And definitely a power punch flavor. That's a tongue twister. Now we're gonna get down to a little bit more of like technical stuff of how I set up my supplements for the day. A lot of people who are beginning working out or eating healthy are like, what the heck do I do with supplements? Do I take them? Do I invest in them? Do I consult a doctor? First of all, yes, you always consult your doctor. Secondly, don't spend a ton of money on them, especially because majority of the things that you eat, if you're eating a wholesome diet full of fruits and veggies and whole grains and protein and carbs and all of those things, is going to include what you need of each micronutrient, so each vitamin and mineral. But on the occasion, you can take other things to just support your body and mind. I'll show you inside my cabinet of subs. I take flaxseed oil every day because I don't eat meat or fish, and this is the vegetarian version of fish oil. So flaxseed oil has many of the same components as fish oil, so this is what I take to support omega-3s because I don't always hit the amount that I'm supposed to per day, and that's consulting with the doctor. So that's why I always hate to do that. Next, we have my morning cocktail, which at this point in time is turmeric and marine greens. Turmeric is the #1 anti-inflammatory supplement, and it also has a ton of iron in it. And personally, I started taking it after talking to a family friend about it, and then after I was taking it, I stopped getting migraines. I did an experiment a couple of months ago where I stopped taking it for about a month and I got one. So I will be sticking with turmeric probably for the rest of my life. Every morning I fill up this much in a glass of water and I just and then marine greens also with it. This is kelp, chlorella, and spirulina, which is vitality, immunity, good micronutrients, like for example on the back, quite a bit of calcium. Now, I would like to take you on a journey to uncharted territory, into the unknown, which might be a black hole, we're not too sure. Tony's snack cabinet. He's getting better. We have to first recognize the progress. There's fruit, there's peanut butter, there's applesauce, lots of chip choices up here. And then he always leaves like 3/4 of the bag missing. Knowing he won't come back to them because he doesn't want to just eat this much chips. If he has this much, he's gonna crave more. We go through a lot of popcorn here. He actually does eat all of these things. Tacos, mac and cheese, hamburger helper. So, funny story about the peanuts. There was a period of time where I would go next door from our work, because we work together, at CVS, and I would get myself like a snack, and I would think, let me just pick Tony up something, because I figure he'll want something to snack on as well. So, I got him this thing of peanuts. Because I forgot I got him.
No. Because you forgot you got him those other two?
I kid you not. So Tony's like, I love you, but please stop buying me. This has been a running joke between the two of us. I'm like, he'll say like, oh, I don't have any snacks up there. I'm like, you got peanuts for a day. I was trying to like meet him halfway with something healthy and savory at the same time. Oh God, that was a good laugh.
That was good.
That was good. So yeah, that's Tony's cupboard. That was too good. This is honestly gonna be a phenomenal video. Like this is gonna be up there. I feel like that's probably good.
I think so.
That's probably a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.